Hey everybody, this is Butch Grimes. Glad that you're joining me. This is Butch. Glad you're joining me. This is our last show for 2017. I'm really excited because we're going to make a real simple dish tonight, but a tasty dish. And so something I really enjoy, and it's a real cool little dish. It's nothing real fancy, so that's the other thing why I'm really excited to make it, because especially with New Year's here, I just thought I would do something a little different and come up with something simple but tasty, and it's something I really enjoy. So what we're gonna do, before we even do anything, we got to do it right. We got to start out with a cocktail. And before I get going on that, I was trying to make sure that all my folks were out there. Oh, yep, you guys are out there. We got to start out with a cocktail, because I always have a little something with all my dishes. So tonight we're gonna do a simple drink, and what that is this is gonna be a real simple drink. We're going to start out with some Prosecco. In addition to some Prosecco, we're going to start out with a, oh, I think I did something. Let me go back here and make sure that you guys can see it. Okay, so we're going to start out with some Prosecco, and this is kind of a fruity drink. So for those of you that are not into the foo-foo stuff, and say, oh, Butch, I need something with a little more kick. It's okay, because you can add a little kick to it if you like. We're going to keep this one kind of light. So what this one is we're going to start out with a little Prosecco. Not a lot, just for flavoring. And we're going to add a little Veuve Clicquot as well. Two different types of champagnes. And that gives it a little body. Good. And we're going to do a little raspberry lemonade. That looks great. And a little. This is actually a mango lemonade. So just a touch of mango lemonade. And then one last batch is we're going to do a little cranberry juice. Just for coloring. All right? So now, we got that. Let's get our shaker. Ooh. Don't want to shake it too much, because you got to remember, we're using champagne. And if we shake it up too much, we're going to get a lot of fizz. We're going to get our glass. Ah, yeah, look at that. So that's the drink, our last drink for 2017. Ooh, wow. That came out good. That's wonderful. Okay, so now let's get down to our dish. Couldn't put it down. Okay, so tonight's dish is going to be this is a toast dish, something quick. Doesn't take long. It's a real easy dish to make. We're going to start out. I'm going to take you over here, and that way you guys can kind of see some of the things we're going to start out with. We're going to start out with some asparagus, and in addition, we have some red onions. We got some smoked salmon, which is right here, and this is a salmon scallop mix. The salmon and scallops mixed, and they're smashed. I know you're probably saying, you did what? And they're smashed. And then, of course, as you can see, we're going to start out with some toast. So we're going to put that right there. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to get our fire going. And what we're going to cook here is we're going to cook two things. We're going to cook the asparagus as one, and we're also going to cook our shrimp in another. So you get a chance to see what that looks like as well, because we're going to add those together. So you're going to see we're going to have both here. So we got this is going to be for our asparagus. We got a little bit of butter. We're going to turn this down some. And we're going to actually add some of our asparagus to this. I'm going to put a couple more. And we don't want to cook these too much. So the biggest thing, especially with the asparagus, is we don't want to cook the asparagus. I like them a little crunchy. I still like that little crunch to them. So we're going to have a little crunch, and we're going to add a little olive oil to the for the shrimp, just a little. In addition, we're going to put a little seasoning in the pan. As a matter of fact, I'll take you over, and that way you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. And so you can see we've added some seasoning to the pan here. I like to season my pan because I just think when you season the pan, this is a little oregano. It just works out so much better when you season the pan. So now, you can see over here, we got our asparagus going. Start rolling them around. And what we're going to do to the asparagus is we're going to add a little butter. We're going to add a little butter there to the asparagus. And now we're going to put our shrimp in here. So that's going to cook up. I'm going to let that cook. Move it around. Now, one of the things that I did is I smashed up the, I actually smashed the shrimp and the scallops together. So that's probably going to be the difference, because once I took the scallops and the shrimp and I peeled the shrimp, I brought them together and then I smashed them. And that's because I wanted to get all that juice from the shrimp in there with the scallops and the seasoning from the scallop. And then season that, let it sit, let those seasonings get up in there, and then go on and take a sip. So, the asparagus are looking wonderful. They are looking really good. And we're going to shoot over, and you can see how the shrimp is really coming along well. Got it on low. Don't want to cook it too fast because I don't want to get these tough. And you can see they're starting to turn colors now. Looking good. And what we're going to do here is we're going to check these asparagus. Look at them. They're coming out perfect. Oh, wow. Great. Just the way we wanted it. So, asparagus are looking good. So we're going to take and put those over there and let this shrimp kind of do its thing, because that's going to cook, and it's going to cook well, and it cooks quick. You'd be surprised how fast that comes together. So while those asparagus have kind of done their thing, and they're not too soft, because we don't want them soft, and while the shrimp is cooking, we're now going to go over here and get ready for our second part of the dish, because this is where we start putting our sauces together. And what that is we're going to start adding things too. So what we're going to do here is we want to make a sauce. So we're going to start out with some spicy brown mustard right there. And we're going to do some horseradish. A little less than a teaspoon. And believe it or not, I use a little cocktail sauce, as you can see. And then one last thing that I add is I add about, this is brown sugar. So I add about 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. Okay? Then, to the sauce, I add a little capers. And we'll put a little capers in there. And we'll put a little caper juice in there. And I'm going to put a couple more capers in there. All right. So now we got that. And as you can see, we're going to go on over here and take a look at this. Take a look at this. Look at that. It's looking really, really good now. Cooking well. Now this is a scallop shrimp mix. We don't want it juicy. This is not going to be juicy. This is going to be more, we want it to kind of be dry because we're going to put it on the toast, and we're going to juice it up with all the other seasonings that we're going to add to it. And of course, you can see our scallops just came out, our asparagus just came out wonderful. So we're going to put those over there. So now we're getting real close to doing what we set out to do, and that's to now start putting that dish together. And some of the ingredients that are really going to help it come together is this cream cheese, because in that sauce that you saw me put together, I haven't added that yet. So now, this is where we're going to add that cream cheese, maybe about a teaspoon, because you know with that, you can see. And we're going to mix that up. And especially because the cream cheese, we're going to have to smash it up a little. Oh yeah, those come out great. So we got our caper, brown sugar, cream cheese, horseradish, and we got a little cocktail sauce. So see, for you guys that really want to impress your date, this is going to be a real quick, easy dish. Not going to take a whole lot. And they're going to be really impressed because this dish is wonderful. So now, we got our shrimp. They look wonderful. They are really, really cooking well. Those are ready to go. So now we're almost there. We're almost there. You can take a peek. You can see now. Look at that. Yeah. Whoa. Try that one right there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So, where do we go from here? This is where we get ready to start plating it. So we're going to bring our toast over. So we got some real good toast. We're actually using French extra sourdough tonight. So I decided I'm going to try something different. We're going to do some sourdough bread, but you can use anything. You can use wheat toast. You can use Hawaiian bread. You can use a number of things with this. It all works. It goes well. Wow. That went down quick. I may have to make another one. But let's go over here and let me show you what we're going to do next with the, especially with this toast mixture. So we got our toast. And what we can do is we can do it two ways. A lot of times, what I like to do is I like to split my toast in half, like that. And we're going to bring over an asparagus, a couple of asparagus, like that. And we're going to take our salmon and we're going to wrap those babies like this. See that? Put them off to the side. Take another one. Take the salmon. And we'll just wrap them in there like that. Okay? And depending on how you want it, how much salmon you want. I mean, you can just wrap as many as you want or wrap them however you want. So now we're going to leave them there. Now we're going to take that sauce that we made and you can put it right on your toast. Like that. And once we do that, we're also going to cut up a little red onion. Not much. And we're going to bring a little of that and drizzle that on top. One more. There we go. That right there. And now we can take and cut up an egg. Put that right on top of there. So now we got our egg there as well. So now you got your smoked salmon, your egg, all of that's ready to go. Now what you can do is you can load that baby up with this shrimp and the scallops top. Now you can take your smoked salmon and your asparagus and you can lay them right on top, like that. Now, this is where you add another little dab of and there we go. Real simple dish. Nothing fancy. But there it is. Wonderful for parties. It's quick. People will love it. You got the scallops and the shrimp, the toast, the egg. You got the smoked salmon. And I made a couple of different variations tonight only because I wanted to try a couple of things. And so, you know, trying to just do something different. I always try to do something a little different every time I make a dish. So as you can see, there's another little variation. And this has got a little sriracha sauce on it as well. But let's give it a taste. Oh man. Is that good? That is wonderful. Let me hit that one more time. Whew. I must say, that is pretty darn tasty. Let me say hello. Hey, Gene, Happy New Year. Deborah, I got to see your camera hookups. Lisa, hello. Rena, Olivia, Regina. Regina makes the bomb gumbo. But as you can see, this is a wonderful dish. Real simple. But that sauce, that horseradish, the sour cream, the cream cheese, that sauce just does something. It really just knocks it out the box. So, something quick, great for the new year. This is the last cooking show for the Cooking Bachelor this year. And next year, what's up, Terry? How you doing? Annette, what's for dessert? Dessert is my 2017 Prosecco Veuve Clicquot lemonade cocktail. Yes. But I'm going to tell you, these smoked salmon, the smoked salmon with the asparagus, you gotta wrap them, and you know you want them to be crunchy. You don't want them to be all mushy and soft. Hear that? Oh, perfect. Looks good. What's happening, good brother? Hey, brother. Lorena. How you doing, Lorena? So, and then the egg and the capers. See, that caper sauce gives it a little flavor because it has that salty taste. But then when you add that brown sugar, the brown sugar smooths everything out. Okay. There you go. I love when a plan comes together. A great dish. 2017 is on its way out. 2018 was great. It's going to be great. We got some wonderful dishes coming up. And for you single women, we have bachelors that cook. We're going to be showcasing a number of single men that have dishes. They've been wanting to come on the show and cook, and we're going to showcase them. And we want you guys to pay attention, because when you say there's no single men out there, we're going to showcase them here on the Cooking Bachelor with Bachelors That Cook for 2018. And they're going to bring on all those fantastic dishes that their mamas taught them how to make way back when. Isn't that right? There you go. That's right. So I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me, who comes on. I hope you tried some of the dishes. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy this one tonight. It's a real simple dish, but it's quick, it's easy, it's wonderful. And thank you for supporting my L's for Alzheimer's. We had a wonderful, wonderful event. It was very successful. And of course, it can only be successful with each and every one of you. So thank you again for all the support. And to 2017 on its way out, and 2018 on its way in, cheers. A little premature, but that's the way we do it. All right. See you guys next year. Wow, that seems so far away, doesn't it? But until then, be safe, especially if you're going out partying tomorrow. Be safe, and don't drink and drive. Use Lyft, use Uber. Whoever is the designated driver, make sure everybody's cool, because we want to see you back here in 2018. This is Butch Grimes, the Cooking Bachelor. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.